Hi, in this lesson we're going to look at a key GCSE exam topic. Okay, this is basically two-way tables and Venn diagrams. These questions seem to come up every year in one form or another. The key thing is you're not told when to draw either a two-way table or a Venn diagram. You have to look at the question, you have to read it, and you have to recognise it and realise that's either a two-way table or a Venn diagram. So I'm quickly going to show you how to tell the difference between the two and where to get started. So the key difference is that in a two-way table, things can be in one and only one category at a time. So a normal example is like having boys and girls, where you can basically fit in one category, kind of. Next, we also have Venn diagrams. Here the main difference is things can be in 1, 2, 3, or even no categories at a time. Okay, there's no limit. So let's look through a few examples. So for this question, milk is sold in half-pint bottles, 1-pint bottles, and in 2-pint bottles. Straight away, there's going to be a two-way table because you have these three options. It's either a half-pint, 1 pint, or 2 pints. It can't be a half-pint and a 2-pint bottle at the same time. So this must be a two-way table. Your other clue is you're then told which day they're sold on. And again, if they're sold on Saturday or Sunday, they can't be sold on both days at the same time. That doesn't make any sense. Looking at this question, Felicity asked 100 students how they came to school one day. They're either walking, cycling, or coming by car. And again, this is going to be a two-way table. You can't walk, cycle, and car at the same time, and you must come to school somehow. You can't do none of those options. Other clue is we have boys and girls, which always splits it fairly nicely. So for this, we should have to do by now. You can separate these categories. Down one, we either have boys or girls, and we also do a total. And going along the top, we have the method of transport. So they can walk, they can cycle, or they can come by car. And then we need a total as well. Then just fill things out. It's just 100 students, so that's my grand total, goes to the bottom right. 49 of them are girls, which by the way tells us that 51 must be boys. 10 of the girls came by car. 16 boys walked. 21 of the 41 students who came by bicycle were boys. So 21 boys cycled and they're 41 altogether. That means there were 20 girls. I've got 30 girls so far, so this must be the missing 19 girls. 16 plus 19 is 35. I have a total down here of 76, which means I am missing 24. So therefore 14 boys took the car. There was the question, work out the total of students who walked to school. That was this 35 down here. Okay, moving on. So that was a two-way table type of question. These are going to be Venn diagram questions. And again, like I said, the key difference is if I zoom in, here children can play one sport, they can play 2 sports, they can play 3 sports, and they can also play none of the sports. That's the key thing that differentiates a Venn diagram question from a two-way table question. Again, let's look at one more to show that in action again. So here we've got 8 students in a language school. They all speak at least one language. So some speak all 3, some speak 2, and some just speak 1. So let's go through this question. So again, you want a box that represents basically everything. All those 8 people are going to go somewhere in this box. We have 3 languages, French, German, and Spanish. So therefore we need 3 overlapping circles, and let's label them. Key thing we're told is that all students speak at least one language. That means there's no one around the outside. There's no one who doesn't speak any of those 3. And to be honest, that's fairly rare. Key thing we saw in working this out is you always want to start from the middle. So in this box here, that's students who speak French, German, and Spanish. And we are told there are 9 of them. So 9 goes in the middle here. Next, we're told 19 speak French and German. That means in the overlap between French and German, we have a total of 19 students. However, we've already got 9 here. That means we only need another 10 to give us our total of 19. So we basically subtract from the inside. Next, 28 students speak French and Spanish. So 28 on the overlap between French and Spanish. We've already got 9, so we take 9 off 28 and we are left with 19. 17 students speak Spanish and German. We take the 9 off and we're left with 8. Now 45 students speak French. That means in my French circle I want a total of 45. I'm going to add together these three numbers. So far speaking French, I've already got this many people. I've already got 38. I only want a total of 45, so that means I am missing 7 here. I do the exact same thing for Spanish. So for Spanish, I want a total of 50 people. Let's again work out how many I've got. I've got 19 plus 9 plus 8 speaking Spanish already, which is 36. I want 50, so therefore I am missing 14. We need to fill it out completely. So we need to figure out how many students are speaking German, and we do that by knowing there are 80 students in total. So if I add everyone together, that must equal 80. So I'm going to add together the numbers I've got so far. So 7 plus 10 plus 9 plus 19 plus 14 plus 8. Again, don't forget ones on the outside, even though here it is just none of them. That gives me a total of 67 students, but 80 altogether. That means I am missing 13, and there's people who speak German only. And that is it. If you look in the description, there are some questions to try. And again, for each one, be really careful working out whether you're going to draw a two-way table or a Venn diagram. If you get the wrong one, things just will not work and not fit together. Okay, I hope that helped, and thanks for listening.